Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I believe we are already at the 8th week, or at least for you, the 8th week of going through my vintage clothing collection. I have a barn hoarded full of vintage clothing that I have collected over the years, and I'm going to be selling off the majority of it on the first weekend of October to raise funds for our next project that we'll be doing here. And again, starting off strong already, this dress, I believe it was handmade. You can see it's patchwork and there are two distinctive different patterns here. And it is so adorable. It's a nice length. It looks much smaller. When I picked it up, I thought, well, is this a kid's dress or maybe it's a top? But then I put it on and it's definitely much larger and longer than I expected it to be. It is lined at the top. I do have a bra on with this, but I think that it probably was intended to wear without a bra because you can see it. Now, if that's something that doesn't bother you, if you don't care if people see your bra, that's great. Wear one with it. I think I probably wouldn't wear one with it. And I also am at this point at an age and fluctuation in weight so many times that they might start sitting underneath of where the lined area is. So I think this dress is not for me in particular, but it would look really adorable on somebody else. We were right. This was handmade and original by Erica. I would love to know or to be able to meet these people who made these gorgeous homemade pieces, and I'd love to see or hear about their just all the different things that they've made, the process by which they learned to make these things, and see the rest of their collection of things that they met. That I'm just so impressed by the talent that it takes to create items like this. Now, I doubt that this was handmade. However, we do have this beautiful knit dress with the original belt on it. And I pulled this one out as well. It says it's a size 14, but it was too tight in my arm, so I assume that this is a vintage adults 14 because I could get it mostly on my arms, but it was just a little too tight. And there's no way that this is a back in the day child size 14, although it is a Royal Miss. Let me see if we can see that tag there. It's kind of hard to, it's wrinkled up. Royal Miss. But I love this dress too. It's got the big old buttons up the front. It's got a nice snap at the waist here to keep it nice and tight so you don't have too much gaping going on. You're not going to see too much between the buttons. And then the pockets have a little bit of kind of like a fold over there as well. I believe this had an original belt. I don't have the original belt to it, but I just love the pattern on this. It's so pretty. And this, I believe, is 100% cotton, just in case you were curious. This one reminds me of Legally Blonde for obvious reasons, I think. And I love it, although it does not fit me properly. I think you can see I'm kind of swimming in the top. And then the bottom is just a little bit too tight, but I love this kind of flouncy ruffle at the bottom. And it's one of my favorite designers. It's a Christian Dior suit, and my Aunt Toots, if you're familiar with my channel, you know who Nani is. Nani's older sister worked on the retail end of Christian Dior for, I'm not even sure how long, but I do know, I think that's probably why Christian Dior has always been my favorite designer. This suit has a top visible button, and then the rest, if I were to button them down, would then be invisible underneath of here. So I just kind of really interesting design elements. But if you wanted to see the tag, and this is a size 16, so actually I feel like you don't often see a lot of larger sizes in vintage clothing, and thankfully the collection that I have, there are at least I mean, I don't have an overwhelming amount of larger pieces, but I do have some, including a pair of jeans that I love and I think are very, at least in my experience, hard to find in larger sizes. And sometimes as someone with a larger bottom half, it is hard to, I guess, to fit jeans properly in the bottom and then have them not be gaping at the top. So when they are 100% cotton, like these are, sometimes it just doesn't fit correctly. But for some people, that's not as much of an issue. So these are actually Land's End, which I don't know. I didn't associate them with kind of cool looking jeans, like mom jeans like this. But this is a size 20. So again, something I don't normally find really cool 100% cotton jeans in larger sizes, but we found a pair. And with a completely different vibe this time, I have the overall shorts. I don't know what they're called when they're shorts, but these are, I assume, from the 90s. They're a Faded Glory brand, which I'm pretty sure either was Walmart's brand or maybe they still are. I don't know if it's still something that they make, but I really like these. There is Velcro at the top to keep the pocket closed. So whatever you're going to stick in here, I don't know, will my phone fit in here? If I was going to stick, it doesn't fully fit, but kind of. You know, whatever I wanted to put in my pocket there, I could Velcro it shut. And then keeping with the 90s theme here, this DBY dress. It's just like a classic silhouette. Love this with a little keyhole in the back. This one, I think, this is a size 3. So I did not try this one on. But these are, I believe, an extra large. And I don't know, they feel pretty roomy. I feel like I could do activities in them. They don't feel too tight. And I'm thinking about keeping them, but I'm not sure yet. And now we're going to stay with kind of the same theme. It's not technically, I think, overalls. It's a dress with the overall shape. It's a 2X, and this is usually, when I'm in the thrift store, I don't know about you guys, but Old Navy tricks me every time. I'm like, ooh, that looks like it could be vintage. And I go to grab it, and I'm like, yeah, dagnabbit, Old Navy got me again. There is our Old Navy tag. I've never seen an Old Navy tag like that. I looked online and didn't see it. But if you know anything about that tag, you remember that tag. Or if you're like, yeah, that's their new tag, you're an idiot. That's totally valid too. But also, I love the colors and pattern on this one. It reminds me of like I don't know, like a butterfly with all of these little, you know how they have the dots on the back and they kind of look like eyes when they're opening and shutting? That's what this reminds me of. It's very, very stretchy. This is an extra large, so it could probably accommodate. Now, I think around this week, around my hips are either 49 or 50 inches, and this is it unstretched around my hips. So this could really fit a very, very large number of sizes and bodies and body shapes. It doesn't remind me of Halloween. I mean, it does a little bit. It reminds me of fall, winter. But I do have a lot of Halloween themed things in here, including, I don't know if I'm sure they still make these as well, but this definitely brings me back to my childhood. This is a pattern. All of this is just material with a pattern for a witch's hat, a witch costume, and a witch's bag. And there's an adorable little cat there. I mean, there's all sorts of, I think this maybe is the witch's skirt. Oh yeah, you can see right here. A witch's costume, hat, and bag. But yeah, very perfect kind of colors. Very, not vibrant, rich. Maybe that's the word, rich, deep colors in there. Looking good. Along with that, now this doesn't match this outfit at all. Let's see if we can see if it'll fit though. We have the vest, the Halloween vest. Yes. This also reminds me of teachers that I had in elementary and high school, always wearing the themed kind of vests and different outfits. Very cute. I have an All That Jazz black velvet dress. And then I am wearing an Jessica Howard, I believe. It is black velvet in the body. The sleeves are a sheer netting, and then it has this beautiful beaded collar. And again, I think in the very beginning we discussed bras and bra straps. You would definitely want probably a halter or some other type of bra that didn't show your straps there, if that was a concern of yours. But this also, the black velvet or any dark colored velvet really reminds me of Halloween a lot also. I mean, a dark red and dark green, maybe Christmas time, but yeah, definitely these are giving kind of gothic Addams Family kind of Halloween vibes. Something else that is straight up teacher kind of t-shirt is this Halloween. It's a long sleeve. I love the name though. Malarkey is the brand of this shirt. And then this one, I've got the elbow pads, no, shoulder pads going on. It's a Diane von Furstenberg, and it has this elastic down at the bottom, kind of sweatshirt material, and it kind of gives you some versatility in how you want to wear it. You could wear it just like this. You could fold it up and under, kind of at your waist, let it move down like that, put it under your pants, tuck it in, however you want to wear it. I like it's got the little tabs here on the shoulder, giving it a little extra body if you want that. This dress is adorable on its own. The color, the hot pink, is so pretty. It's strapless. It's got a little bit of boning in there, and let's see, it is a Juliet, but it also, this to me looks like a Barbie pink. You could go as Barbie for Halloween if you wanted to, because I'm still feeling Halloween in all these things. Now this, probably not. This is just a sweatshirt. It is super comfortable. I don't know, wolves. Whenever I saw things like this as a kid, I don't know, they just, to me, were very uncool, something a grandma wore. But now, as I'm getting older, I kind of think they're cool. But you know, some of the things that I associated with grandma style back in the day, I think are definitely much cooler now. And back to Halloween, I believe I found these in the Halloween section, and I know people often wear vintage wedding gowns as Halloween costumes, but I also see a big trend in people just thrifting their wedding gowns now. Instead of going and buying a brand new gown for thousands of dollars, going to the thrift store, finding a vintage wedding gown, or even, I mean, it might be new or not new, modern wedding gown, and turning it into their own. But this one, I don't know what year this is. You tell me what year you think this is. It's got all of the buttons the whole way up. The really, really difficult to get to at the night of the wedding to get and bust out of this. You needed like a crochet hook to get through this. And it's beaded. It's got lace. What brand is this one? Let's see. This is a Maurer original. And it's definitely pre-80s, or 80s or pre-80s. It strikes me as a good bit older than that, but it's got the Union Made tag on it. And then, so one that is definitely 80s is this one. This is a Jessica McClintock, and it has the shoulder pads. It's got this beautiful lace and beading through it. You have the butt kind of, I wanted to say, I don't know what I wanted to say earlier, but it's not a bow, but you got the extra material here. It's not a, oh, that's the word. I was thinking bustle at first, but that's certainly not a bustle. But this is quite lovely as well. I mean, certainly outdated, but I think a lot of those things are coming back. You could either wear this as is or take it and turn it into something that works for yourself now. I found another black velvet number. Again, definitely seeing themes within these. The thing I really like about this is all of the glitter. You can see it just kind of shining, glittering in the light. It's got these nice flame designs going down. This also is one with the spaghetti straps you would want to wear probably without a bra or with a strapless bra maybe. This thing is pretty fabulous. I love it. Something else, I don't think I had too many pieces, but I did have 2 long silk dresses. These are both 100% silk. This one buttons the whole way down. It feels luxurious. I don't know if you could see, there's just a luster to the fabric of this one. And then this one is so fun. I would never look at this design. If I had seen this design, I would assume straight up it was polyester. Just, I don't know why, but this design strikes me as something that would be made in polyester. But this is also 100% silk. It's a longer dress. It's got more of a cinched waist and a more free hip kind of skirt at the bottom. And then I did not put this one on because it didn't fit me quite right, but it also has the little tie at the neck so that you have a nice little tie or a bow right here. Speaking of silk, here's another one of these. If you've watched any of the previous videos, you know I have a thing for beaded or sequined silk tops and dresses. So this is a top here. I don't know that I have one in purple outside of this. I don't think we've pulled a purple one yet, but this one is, I believe it's all sequins. I don't think there's any beads here, but this just makes me feel like, I don't know, I want to go into some 80s themed cocktail party, and maybe I want to carry a martini with this. Is that the drink that you would drink in this top? I don't know. But another dress for a fancy occasion. I assume this would probably be a prom or a homecoming, something like that. This is a Nadine, and this strikes me with kind of the asymmetrical drop waist with the bow. This reminds me of something out of the 80s, but I'm not sure. It has a talon zipper, which, I mean, is this a little bit older than that? I don't know. But you know what, looking at the tag, the Nadine tag, I don't think so. I think this is definitely 80s. But again, beaded, lovely, lovely beadwork here. Anybody wear something like this for their prom, their homecoming, their bridesmaid's dress? Ooh, this one is nice. I really like this one. It reminds me of the one that Tori wore, I think, last week, and it had, I think it was green or something, and it had like a vest top sort of over the top that you tied in the back the same way. Maybe she should keep that one, I should keep this one, and we should wear them out together and have kind of like matching but not fully matching outfits. We can go with the same theme, I don't know. But also keeping with, this is, I assume, very 90s. We have like a rayon acetate going on here. I have this one, this red one. I think it's a Dawn Joy. And then this one, a Benson and Smith. And it has, I really like in the back, the ties here to kind of cinch in the top and the waist if you'd like it to. Also, not the same material or theme, but a 90s again, I believe, maybe early 2000s, but probably 90s. Cachet, and this is a size 16, so another one of those slightly larger sizes. And again, this could go with the wedding dress theme if you wanted it to. It's also nice and long, so some of my girls that regular clothes, maybe they don't hit you at the right length, you want something that's kind of floor length. This definitely, so right here is floor length on this, and I'm 5'3", so this could go up for somebody who is much taller than me. How fun is this one? Look at the skirt on it. I don't know if in this lighting you can see it, but it is so, like, whatever these are down the sides, like, it makes you just want to shake your hips. It is so much fun. It has the shoulder pads. My shoulders are serious right now. And then it's got the little beading at the top. Now, this obviously had a belt that came with it originally, and I do not have the belt in my possession, so I'm not sure what that was supposed to look like, if it was supposed to be as wide as this panel down here, if it was just small. I'm sure if this is from the 80s, it was probably supposed to be very big, but I'm not sure. I found another Halloween themed thing here. We've got our vest, and it's so cute. We've got our candy bags, our spider webs, our ghosts. On the back, we have the spider web and the spider. And then I guess I'll show you skirts here in a second. I'll show you a couple of these here. This one I think is so cute as well, and it still has the perfume on it from, you know, like what grandmas kind of smell like, whatever was popular back in the day. I don't know what this one would be, but it smells like my great grandma. That's what I'm picking up on. But I really like these big old buttons here. And then another one I found, oh, before I forget, because as I found another wedding dress in there, I set it aside. I'm not going to pull that one out because we don't have time to go through all of this unless you want to be here for hours and hours and hours. But what an idiot. You may have already been thinking this, but obviously those dresses have to be long because typically you're wearing heels with them. It totally slipped my mind. I have not worn real heels in so long. Now when I wear dresses, I wear typically, unless it's, you know, something nicer like this, if I was going to wear this, I would have a little white pair of Keds that I wore with this because I don't want to wear heels. First of all, because, I don't know, it just isn't comfortable and I'm going for comfort at this point in my life. And also my feet are wide and there are not very many vintage shoes left that are available, that are in good shape, that come for wide feet. So what I need to do at some point is invest in a nice reproduction that will actually fit my foot. So anyhow, back to what I was showing you before. Again, I have a thing for Hawaiian themed dresses. Here is another one. What's this brand? I have so many different brands at this point. There actually, I think we've seen one by this brand already. I can't remember. Let's see. Ooh, I'll show you skirts here in a second. I'm getting comfy in the robe here, and I was feeling in it earlier. I don't think this has ever been worn. It still has the inspected by sticker in the pocket, but I have just a couple skirts here. Most of them seem to be maybe, I think they might be handmade, made by the same person here, but we've got just a plain orange one. Does this have a pocket? No, I thought it had a pocket in there. No pocket in there, but we've got plain orange. We have the plaid color there. Plaid pattern. That's what I'm going for. Now, interestingly, this one has a hook and eye. This one has snaps. Then we have, I love this one. This one also has snaps, but it has kind of the kitchen theme going on here. I love a nice kitschy graphic. Same with this one. For a seamstress, it's got the measuring tape, the scissors. How cute! And then a totally different skirt. We have this one, and this one also is a hook and eye at the top, but it's the outside right now is blue, but this one is reversible. So if I flip it inside out, it then becomes this pattern. So you have a kind of a 2-in-1 if you buy this skirt, you can have 2 skirts actually. And I think we do still have a good bit here, but I don't know how long I have been rambling on and showing you outfits for, so we're gonna go ahead and make this outfit, the last of the video. It is keeping with the pajama robe theme. I believe a couple videos ago, we had another set of pajamas that had little slippers, making them almost like, kind of like footy pajamas, but with the detached footies. But oh my gosh, how adorable is this? And we have the Dr. Denton tag. Now, if you want to see more, and we're getting kind of down to the wire, I think we only have maybe 1 or 2 videos left to go before the sale happens. So that'll be the first weekend in October. And if you want to see more details, I'll have them listed in the description below. And if there's anything that you have seen in any of these videos that you would like to have before, if you can't make it to the sale and you know you really want something, get a hold of me. I can tell you that already in the first, second, maybe third video, I can't remember which video I showed it, there was this really cool mustard colored purse that was made by, like, they took cardboard, I think it's an oatmeal container maybe, and it was handmade. I think it was maybe from the 1940s, but that has already sold. There's a few things that I have set aside for those of you that are coming in person to look at before you buy it. But if you see anything else before that, let me know. And otherwise, I guess we will see you next week with whatever else comes out of these totes.